These are the accomplishments of what we've produced. And this is something, ooh, I'm glad my finger wasn't in that sucker. That could have done some damage, but you know what? I wouldn't have shown the pain. So, but here's the book.
2 hours later.
You're not getting bored with this, right? I hope you don't.
This is Trump's biggest humiliation yet. You're going to want to watch this. The emperor has no clothes. The emperor has no clothes. How I wish that was the issue in America. Here, the emperor has no brain. The emperor never had a brain to start with, and the fungal growth behind his ears is expiring in front of our eyes and leaking out of the fetid orange arsehole he calls a mouth. Today, he shamefully leaked all over a press conference. In recent months, Trump's decline has been rapid and especially noticeable, but this is his worst showing yet. To celebrate the most embarrassing year in American history yet, Trump delivered a sundowning, rambling, incoherent speech that was so humiliating even the carefully hand-picked group of right-wing media sycophants had a muted and concerned reaction, causing Trump to ask them, delightfully, insecurely, in the manner of a demented fool who lives permanently in La La Land, if he was boring them.
You're not getting bored with this, right? I hope you don't.
I'm not kidding. This actually happened and we have the footage. I will be showing you the footage. I will be roasting this tepid old fart. I will be pausing the video to explain to you exactly how stupid he is. If you're telling yourself maybe you want to see the video without the interruptions, you're wrong. This video is humiliating. It's awkward. It's painful to watch for anybody with a brain. It is a car crash happening in front of our eyes that the entire Marga base pretends isn't happening. We need to keep pointing out how not normal this is, how insane this man is, how maybe somebody that couldn't be trusted to operate a microwave shouldn't be sitting in the Oval Office right now. It's a crazy video. Let's get into it.
Stand by, Doug. Here's the president. Let's listen in.
It's a big crowd. It's a lot of people. I think it's like a record. So,
yes, that's right, Grandad. Everything's a record. The poo-poo you did in your diaper's a record. The amount of paper you're carrying is a record for an 80-year-old man. Congratulations, Grandad.
These are accomplishments. We have a lot of accomplishments. And as you know, this is the anniversary, first anniversary, January 20th. And it's been an amazing period of time. We have...
Really, I mean, we all know because we've all aged 5 years in the last 12 fucking months.
A book that I'm not going to read to you, but these are the accomplishments of what we've produced. All page after page after page, individual things. I could stand here and read it for a week and we wouldn't be finished.
Never has a truer word been said because he cannot fucking read. In fact, I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen this whole thing yet, but I'm pretty sure all he does is show pictures because it's been confirmed by many people around him that he cannot read at, you know, a level above a child. Like, he likes pictures. When aides explain stuff to him, they have to use pictures and big pointy words and yelling.
But we've done more than any other administration has done by far in terms of military, in terms of ending wars, in terms of
starting ones.
Wars. Nobody's really seen very much like it. I think it's appropriate that because Minnesota is so much in the fray, and I say to my people all the time, and they're so busy doing other things, they don't say it like they should. They're apprehending murderers and drug dealers and a lot of bad people.
And weirdly, he still remains free. Funny that. The crazy thing about this so far, other than fucking everything he's just said, is that if you were listening to it like in the other room, like in the kitchen, it was on in the living room, you would be like, was that, is CNN just playing the sound of one long fart? Just for a fucking, like, what's happening over there? It's insane. The fact that he walks out like, here's a list of accomplishments. Well done, Grand. Like, what president in history has felt the need after, is a 1 year anniversary speech even a consistent thing? I don't know. I'm not new to American politics, but this seems new to me, but who the fuck knows? It's Trump. It could be new. It could not be new. But the fact is that the fact that he feels the need after 1 year in office to be like, here's the good stuff I've done, everybody. Like, that is insecurity. Nobody who's actually doing good shit has to come out and say it. They say it with their body language. They say it, you know, with their coherent speech. They say it by having the speech patterns of maybe, say, at least a 4-year-old ape. Like, it's insane. This man is fucking deranged, and he's out here being like, I did good, everyone, while the world fucking falls apart around him.
I can show you some of the people, vicious, many of them murderers, These are all out of Minnesota, just Minnesota. I say, why don't you talk about that more? Because people don't know. Do you want to live with these people?
Yes, Donald. We're aware that some of the people you're rounding up, might actually be criminals. The issue is less so that criminals are being rounded up. The issue is more that everyone's being rounded up indiscriminately, including citizens. The issue is that the Fourth Amendment's being pissed on and used as a bum rag. And the issue is that you very clearly and openly and have said as much because you're so old and demented, you can't even stop yourself from saying this shit. You basically admitted this is just to punish blue states. You're not doing it because you actually give a shit about this. You're doing it to rile up your base, and you're doing it for your own petty reasons. Maybe, which arguably isn't the right way to go about law enforcement, even if you care about that sort of thing, maybe?
In the old days, they didn't respect our country. Biden wouldn't do this because he let them all in. If you didn't have open border policies of Biden, none of this, all of the time that we spend talking about Minnesota and everything else, most of them are coming from out of the country.
Yeah, same energy as "you're making me hit you."
It's been caused by a previous administrator. Look at this, one after one.
How fucking deranged is this? He's like, this guy, he's brown, look at him. Oh, this guy's brown. This guy isn't white. Oh, there's a brown guy. Disgusting.
Boy, these are rough characters. These are all criminal, illegal aliens that, in many cases, they're murderers, they're drug lords.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Okay, well, if you found a few criminal illegal aliens, then just keep shooting up streets. Keep taking over U.S. cities like they're a hostile force. Keep defying various acts and just sending in federal and just military as well to cities you don't like. Yeah, that's fine then. In that case, go for it.
Drug dealers, they're the mentally insane. There's some of them who are brutal killers. They're mentally insane. They're killers, but they're insane.
This has gone beyond parody and satire. Like, it's hard to even crack jokes about this because it's just terrifying. Like, this man is so clearly not well. The only people who cannot see that are the ones who are so deep in the cult that Trump could literally put his knee up their ass and they'd be like, oh, policy, thank you. He's playing 4D chess with my prostate. Everything is projection with Trump. Like, everything he's accusing these people of, murder, sexual abuse, fraud, all that stuff, is stuff that he's been accused of. Like, he's very much been accused of. And also, like, all the criminals he surrounds himself with, all the criminals he's pardoned himself. And the reality is, obviously every deranged, lunatic Trump and MAGA supporter online is saying, you support pedophiles because if you're against what they're doing, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, even like, I think they literally think that every single person being rounded up, because they can't appeal to logic and facts, they don't know what those are, they have to use emotion. So they literally want to think or want to project the idea that every single person being rounded up is, a PDF file or an assault or a murderer. That's obviously not true. We know from the statistics that some of them are just, overstayed visas or, came here illegally. And of course, the reality is it wouldn't matter what crime they committed. It wouldn't be justification for completely destroying democracy and the rule of law and just turning federal agencies on states as punishment.
No, Minnesota, the crime is incredible. The financial crimes are incredible. And the problem is because of the agitators and insurrectionists, whatever you want, troublemakers, but they're paid agitators and insurrectionists. Nobody talks about the fact that $19 billion at a minimum is missing in Minnesota.
Quick fact check, because unless some crazy news broke recently, don't think that that's the accurate number. Okay, so the best federal estimates right now are $9 billion. But you know what Trump's like? He's like, 9 billion doesn't sound cool enough. 19 billion, 19 trillion. He's a fucking moron, and his supporters will just eat it up.
Given to a large degree by Somalians. They've taken it. Somalians, can you imagine?
Is nobody in the GOP worried that as he's getting more and more demented, he's really going to completely openly talk about who he is? He was literally a breath's hair away there from saying something. I mean, this is already unforgivable, but we broke that barrier down in America a long time ago. But he was pretty close to being like, the people who stole money were black. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? Like, he's surely one more stroke away from just yelling the N-word repeatedly on TV at this point. It is scary.
A lot of very low IQ people, they don't do it. Other people work it out, and they get them money.
It's all projection with this man. He's a fucking moron.
They come from here, they have no money. They never had money. They never had a life. They never had a government. They never had a country. Because there's basically no country. Somalia is not even a country. They don't have anything that resembles.
He's so unwell now, he's repeating his greatest hits as in his other terrible, rambling, demented speeches he's made in the past 6 months. This is like word for word the same rambling, demented shit he said about Ilhan Omar like a few months ago. It's scary. Like his brain's just ping-ponging off 4 things of thought. He is just a monkey at this point. He is so far gone.
And if it is a country, it's considered just about the worst in the world. They come here and they become rich and they don't have a job. I was told that Ilhan Omar is worth $30 million. She never had a job. She's a crooked congressman.
Whoa. I mean, if that's true, somebody being worth 30 million as a politician is very, very suspicious. So that's terrible. Now imagine if a politician was worth $1 billion just from being a politician. That would presumably be the worst piece of shit in the whole world. Oh, wait a second. Right there in front of us.
So here is another one. And I have, oh, by the way, we just took out, these are all what ICE is doing.
There's a certain delicious irony in him holding out a picture that says domestic violence, saying this is what ICE is doing. It's like, yeah, we know. We've seen the stats about cops. We fucking know.
These are rough people. Weapons. This one here is
yeah, you're an absolute weapon. You're the absolute weapon in the fucking White House.
I'm going through this because I think we have plenty of time.
Imagine being stuck in that room and hearing this line. It's a thing of nightmares.
I'm going through this because I think we have plenty of time.
Dear God, no.
To beautiful place in Switzerland where we'll be, I'm sure I'm very happily awaited for.
Hopefully some sort of a kind end-of-life clinic.
Look, killed somebody.
He says killed somebody whilst holding up a sign that says driving under the influence. Like, he doesn't even, like, he's so far gone and he just knows what's left of his base is so fucking stupid. He could be like, this guy's wearing a clown nose, and it just, like, it doesn't mean anything.
This was all allowed into our country through open borders. The dumbest policies, you know, men and women's sports is dumb. But to me, having an open border for the world to come in, drug dealers and prisoners. Venezuela, as an example, opened their prisons.
Like, if you're MAGA at this point, to still be MAGA, you have to be so stupid, a level of stupidity that's previously unknown of, previously undiscovered levels of stupidity, new world levels of stupidity. You have to be so fucking stupid that your president can say to you, whilst rambling and clearly fucking losing his mind like a chicken, be like, immigrants are bad, transgender sports, what else is there? And the greatest hits of this fucking imbecile, China, Somalia. Like, he's literally just saying to them, you know, you remember this buzzword, right? You remember this old hit from my repertoire. It's like he's a fucking mentally ill DJ.
One of the reasons I felt so strongly against Venezuela, now I'm loving Venezuela. They've been working with us so well. It's been so nice. And
he's fucking gone.
Unbelievably nice woman also did a very incredible thing, as you know, a few days ago.
Is he talking about the woman giving him her Peace Prize? Like, he's fucking... I mean, he never had it, but whatever, you know, he's lost it. He's lost it twice now.
But we're dealing with the people and the president and all of the people in Venezuela, and we've been doing great. The oil companies are getting ready to make massive investments there. They have more oil than even Saudi Arabia. There you go. These are real... These are rough ones. This is all Minnesota, every one of them. This is one state out of many.
If he was in any other job in the world, somebody next to him would have been like, after one line would have been like, it's okay, granddad. Let's get you a cup of tea and get you to bed, shall we? Like, he's fucking lost it. It's like the founding fathers wouldn't just be rolling in their graves. They would be punching out of them like zombies. When they imagined America's downfall, they imagined somebody smarter and, you know, it being a bit more involved in this. The fact that this country got so dumb through education and other stuff that this is just being allowed to happen is... It's sad, really. Like, it's definitely not funny at this point, but it's not even scary. It's just tragic. Like, it's a tragic comment on humanity that people can be so indifferent to shit. They'll be like, well, it's making me rich. Like, even though the obvious outcome of this fucking lunatic from day one was the country going to shit. And look what happened.
Let's see. Yeah, these are all, so far, people that came from outside of the country. They were allowed in by Sleepy Joe Biden, Crooked Joe Biden, whichever you like. You can call him whatever you like. They're both right. He's sleepy and he's crooked.
All
He
projection.
was the worst president we've ever had.
All projection.
And we've had some bad ones, too.
You would know, you fucking clown.
What you have to do is look at trade. You're not getting bored with this, right? I hope you don't.
And he asked that sincerely. That there was a slight snicker of like, because sometimes when Trump is less completely fucking gone, less turkey fucked in the head, he will occasionally say something that resembles wit or is slightly funny, and people will laugh. The sycophants will laugh. He's so gone that he's not actually joking, and B, they went to laugh at his joke, and he's like, but they realize you're not getting bored, are you? Not getting bored of old Grandpa Donny? Let me tell you about what life was like in the 1850s.
Strong-arm rape, aggravated assault with a weapon, and many other crimes.
Don't forget, he told us he was going to list his accomplishments, so that's some of them. Somebody please make an edit of this where every picture he holds up is just his own fucking face. God.
Gang member, known as one of the toughest people around. These are tough people.
That was what he's not even reading, like he can't read.
So this is what the people are trying to protect, because all ICE wants to do is get them out of our country, bring them to prisons and jails and mental institutions from where they came. That's all they want to do.
The really scary thing about this, other than absolutely all of it, is that the supporters he has left are genuinely so stupid that, yeah, as I was sort of saying earlier, they can listen to a man, appeal to them with emotion, but who barely has a grasp on his own brain cells and emotions. Literally listen to a man communicating at toddler's level and be like, "These are bad men. Enemy wants you to not have to keep bad men around. Bad men bad. Enemy bad." Like, this is the level he's communicating at, and they're there like,
all they want to do is get them out. They want to take them out of our country. And we're met with paid agitators and insurrectionists, troublemakers. They're paid. You know, when the woman was shot, and I felt terribly about that. And I understand both sides of it.
I understand both sides, he says, as he also accuses her of being a paid agitator. Like, was it sad, or was she a paid agitator who ICE bravely defended themselves from? His brain is so fucking gone. I know, it's gone to the point in this now where it's just depressing. I'm running out of the energy and willpower to even try and make light of it. Like, we truly live in the bad place. People believe in God somehow. I wish I could. I don't know how you can believe in God when this sort of shit happens in the world. Like, when a man like this can be in one of the most powerful political positions in the world. Like, he is truly not just evil, but also now he's evil and incompetent. Like, now he's evil and gone. Now he's just rambling and spreading lie. Everything he says is a lie. Everything he says is a projection. Anyone who has the slightest shred of emotional intelligence can see who this man for who he is. I mean, most people I knew saw it immediately. The second he opened his mouth in 2016, like, oh, that guy's a piece of shit. Oh, he's a narcissist. Oh, gross. Oh, no, he shouldn't be in charge. He only cares about himself. We now have the 2016 version, but worse, dumber, more stupid, more selfish and angry and narcissistic, and raging more because he knows his life is going to end soon. Like, I don't know what else to say. I cannot believe this is reality. It is. The Republicans, shame on them for letting this happen. Shame on them. Like, how is America ever going to recover from this? Other people are watching this, and as much as fuckwit MAGAs can say online, like, we don't care what other countries think, they only say that because they don't understand how the world works. Even a lot of MAGA politicians understand deep down how the world works. They understand that America can't function on its own. They understand that America's never really been self-sufficient, and we live in a global trade world now. Like, like this is empire. This is the ending of an empire. Really, it's crazy shit.
But when she was shot, there was another woman that was screaming shame, 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 shame. Right? You saw it so loud. She was like
a loud woman,
a professional opera singer. She was so loud. And so professional. She wasn't a woman that was hurt, like, oh, my heart's injured. She was a professional. She's shame, shame. She's screaming, shame, shame. I said, that's not a normal person. That's a professional.
This man couldn't identify professional if it came in his eye.
He's a professional.
He doesn't even know what that word means.
People that want to see our country do badly. But that's not happening because we have the hottest country anywhere in the world, despite this stuff. Look at this. all top of the line criminals. They're not going to be good. They're not going to be well behaved here. I could do thousands. We had
You have.
over 3,000 in the last fairly short while. Just in Minnesota. What's the number, Carol? 10,000.
10,000. Fuck. God, that went on too. And apparently, I think CNN had to cut him off after 40 minutes. I don't really have much else to say about that. It speaks for itself, really. I think I had to comment on it because otherwise I couldn't have just bared to sit there through that bullshit. It's like you can't bear to sit through somebody flicking you in the ear repeatedly because you know it's just fucking wrong. I mean, obviously the internet's had a field day with this. Like, look at some of these comments. I try and bring something of a silver lining here. It's nice to like have a little bit of hope. And the only silver lining to this is that, again, even the MAGAs who are dumb enough to think this is fine or even good, they really are the dumbest of the dumb, the lowest of the low. You have to be so... I can't even fathom how stupid you have to be. Most people, even the average cat, is too intelligent to understand how stupid you have to be to look at this and be like, this is good. So that's like one silver lining, is that stuff like this, him publicly melting down in public and him having made such a cult of personality that all his aides and everyone are too terrified and cowardly to say that this isn't okay, this isn't normal. So he's going to keep doing this shit in public. It's going to keep like he's fucked in the midterms. Hopefully he's fucked in many, many ways. But I mean, look at these comments, guys. Anyone watching Donald Trump's press conference, he's completely deranged. It's like he's drunk. Someone go check on Grandpa, Sleepy Don. Like, again, it's a projection. Him calling Biden Sleepy Joe Biden. Biden always, even when he lost his marbles, he had marbles to begin with. This is a man who had never had any marbles going fucking cuckoo in front of our eyes. This guy nailed what I was sort of saying. Perfect sentiment. Watching and listening to this press briefing, and I can't fathom how anyone still believes Trump is fit for office. The stone-cold silence from the press in the room is deafening as Trump aimlessly rambles, with the exception of some soft, nervous laughter at his weird jokes. And that's what it was. It was like, he's kidding? What now? This Trump press conference is a complete disaster. He's rambling incoherently and flipping through a picture book of accomplishments in front of the press. He's clearly unwell. It's getting really bad. That is downplaying it. This one's interesting. It says, if Biden or Reagan had conducted a rambling, incoherent press conference like this, there would have been a rash of pieces about his cognitive decline and mental acuity. With Trump, it's just another day at the office. I'm not convinced it is, though. Even the mainstream media is apparently... obviously, we couldn't show you all that because life is too fucking short and, I don't want to kill all of your brain cells remaining, but... apparently, even CNN, cut away early and said, like, there's something wrong with this guy. Like, it's getting to the point now where even the sort of, like, shall we say, cooperative mainstream media are struggling to sane wash this because there's no sanity left to wash. There's nothing there. And I love there's a very British take on this. This Trump press conference is excruciating. It's like listening to an old drunk in a pub tell a tale. So true. He knows he's on TV, right? He's just talking absolute bollocks. And absolute bollocks is the perfect description for that. I don't really know how to sum this footage up. I mean, again, the silver lining is it's getting more and more impossible for, mainstream media, more people more in the center, whatever the fuck that means in America, everyday human beings with eyes and ears to be like, oh, this guy's fine. It's getting impossible to not be like, oh my goodness, he's fucking lost it. Even if you thought he had it, it's gone. Whatever he had, which mostly was just piss, vinegar, and stupidity, is all gone. He is now just a babbling frog. Like, this is the sort of shit that people in the West, often would laugh at, be like, oh, look at this funky, like, developing country, someone we don't care about. They've got this really old person who shouldn't be in power, and, it's like this is America. Like, the world... It's going to be an interesting couple of years, months, weeks, decades, eternity. Like, this is... I'm kind of speechless. It doesn't happen to me very often. I'm usually rambling, but... yes, silver lining. Imagine this being your legacy. I think all of us can be so grateful we are not this human being or any of his supporters. Like, his legacy is losing it in front of the whole world laughing at him. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Shameful. I think I'll wrap this up by saying there's a really good quote I've been seeing making the rounds recently, which is something along the lines of like, I've never wished death upon anybody, but I have read some obituaries with great interest. And that's all I'll say on that. For USDS, I'm British Chris.